Today we are shooting 2 caffeinate navigates and 2 recovery stories. These are videos for one of our clients. They usually are spread out throughout the year, but they were having a hard time finding people to participate in them for whatever reason. So we're going to shoot a bunch of them today. We're going to shoot 4 today and then 2 caffeinate navigates tomorrow. Caffeinating advocates just it's a play on the Jerry Seinfeld Coffee and Cars, where they sit down and they're going to talk about mental health awareness, and then the recovery story is talking specifically to somebody about overcoming mental illness. So they're very nice videos. We don't go super crazy in production for them. They don't have the biggest budget in the world to do this kind of stuff, so we kind of keep it small and low key and don't do anything too crazy. The office we're shooting in is pretty bare. I've shot in this office a bunch of times. We do a lot of their tutorial videos in this office. So we'll do the best that we can with what we're given. Tomorrow I think we're going up to Scranton, PA, which is about an hour and a half away from us. And that one I think they actually were able to get a coffee shop to let us come in and shoot. So that's one of the things that they'd like to see more of, is finding places that we can go and shoot these rather than doing them just in an office. We've done a bunch in an office. We've done a bunch at other facilities, and then a lot of them happen in parks when we shoot them over the summer. But considering that it's the middle of December, we are not shooting outside. So we're gonna go get packed up and hit the road. It is 6:34 in the morning. I've been up since 4 because I had to get this video out, which should be already on the channel. But I really want to make a better effort going into the new year of shooting more of these videos. And I hope to collaborate with a lot of people. That's one thing. I don't have a huge network. I want to see that network expand. So that's one of the goals for 2024. 2025, we're going to start now getting that into place, hopefully. As a production company, we don't, as a retainer-based production company, we're not always shooting. I don't think we shoot as frequently as like a freelancer shoots, because we're delivering on contracts. So we kind of know what to expect and when to expect it. You jump back in October. It was either September or October. I don't think we shot at all. That was just mainly editing. That was the documentary that we talked about earlier in the year. We edited hard in October for that, and it's done. It's not out. I'll let you know when it goes live, and then you guys can go watch it. All right, let's get started. All right, so today, like I said, we're doing our 2 caffeinate navigates and 2 recovery stories. I hope you guys can hear me because my mic mini apparently didn't charge, so now I have a mic on top of that camera. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to lave these guys. We're going to use the tentacle sinks. And that will be how we get our audio from the camera or into the camera. We'll put mics on top of the cameras. Just these 2. This thing's a total mess. This is from our last shoot. I just haven't had a chance to totally unpack it. We don't really need the XLR cable, but I will bring it just in case something happens with the labs and we have to switch out how we're doing it. Keep your cases cleaner than I keep mine. We've talked about these before. This is how we conceal the lab on the talent. I don't typically, unless it's like we're really moving quick, I don't like to see the mic on people. So we'll have that. This is our time code bag. This is how we make sure everything stays in sync. This is the C70 top handle. I only use it on one of the cameras because of this mic. We'll just take, this can just slide in there. But it's just for scratch audio, and it'll be time coded, so we don't technically need it, but just in case anything happens. But we're going to shoot on C70s, R6 as our third camera for the Caffeinate Navigates. Caffeinate Navigates a 3-camera setup. And then we will go with a 24-70 on one camera, then we'll have the 15-35, and then what did I do with that other? I just had a small lens. I have a small 35, 1.8. Oh, it's right here. And we'll shoot on this 35, 1.8. Again, another problem for Canon. They just don't have a ton of glass out for the RF mount yet. So it's very hard to get out of my garage because we have children. Okay, got 20 minutes. Okie dokie. Classic. Van is still a mess. Still a mess. Those are lights. At the last shoot, we did photo too, and we had to take this out, put it up, take a big photo. I opted for the on the hat. I didn't think it sounded too bad, so that's what we're gonna go with. Van is a complete mess, but just double check that we have the things that we need. I think we have all our tripods. I see three, okay. Oh, I want to get a Sackler. I think everybody wants to get a Sackler. What's in here? Okay, those are lights. I'm probably not going to use these, but better to have them and not need them than need them not have them. That's what they say. Okay. Alright, so we're going to leave in about 20 minutes. Okay. Hopefully this audio comes through, because last video there's a bunch of clips that the iPhone just didn't pick up the audio, which is another reason why we went and got that DJI mini mic, which seems to be working alright. It sounded a little tinny in the edit, but you know, I'm not using this for professional stuff. I'm just using it for catching my audio when I'm doing these things. So anyways, we're headed to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Bethlehem is a nice little town. It's a Christmassy town. We're not going to we're not shooting anything in the town. We're just shooting at an office in the town. But should be a pretty, not quick, but nothing difficult. There's nothing I don't expect any crazy, oh, we didn't see this coming. With the recovery story, sometimes people talk a lot, and so we kind of have to have them say things a few times and shorten it up. But that'll probably be the worst thing that we deal with. There's no windows or mirrors in this office, so we don't have to worry about reflections. The office is dull. It's your standard, like, you'll see it. I'll show it to you. But we'll be there in about 40 minutes. So we made it to Bethlehem. We're going to get loaded in. I think what we're going to try to do is set up, there's two rooms in this building, and or in this office, so I think we're going to try to set up the Caffeinate Navigate in one, and then the recovery story in the other, so that we're not like, we're just having to move a camera instead of moving everything. So I think that's going to be the most efficient way to do this. My partner in crime, Dee, I don't think she's here yet, but I'm going to get started loading in just so we can get moving. It's about 9:14, so then we're going to start trying to film around 10-ish, so All right, let's go. Okay, Dee's here. All right, normal stuff. Nothing crazy. We're gonna get the card out. I hope I have it. I do. Okay. Card is out. Keep everything light and small, light and small. I didn't tell Dee about this until last night. I forgot. But she made it. She made it. Champion. There she is.
Huh?
I said, there she is.
Morning.
I'm back to filming my behind the scenes.
Oh.
Because I bought the mic.
Oh.
I bought a little mic, you know. There's 2 of them. Always count this out. This really is not the most efficient way to pack these C-stands. This is a constant problem for me. Okay. That's a key light. Second key light. Background light. And then we need a one for the, that's why we bought a van. That's going to be the hair light. So I think these are all the lights we need to do this. This is the first room. It's very small. There's a bunch of people in the second room. Don't know who they are. So we're going to get set up. We're going to set the recovery story up here. I might move this table back over here and then shoot this way. TV will cause reflection, so we don't want that. We could shoot this way, but I kind of like the flat wall, so I think that's what we're going to go with. I haven't gone anywhere. I just switched.
I know, you switched position. Yeah, because everybody's like, who's Dave? Who's Dave? I'm like, that used to be the regional director.
Yeah.
He's the one that hired me.
Yeah. There's still a lot of people around that I hired.
I know.
So I meant to talk about putting this together. I don't even know if I'm in frame right now, but this is the F-22C. Just trying to show you guys how it went together. But I used to be a regional director for this company, which is, that's a tip. If you're gonna try to do a retainer business, I would suggest if you need somewhere to start, go back to the companies that you used to work for and see. And as long as you have a good relationship with them, and see if they'd want to hire you as a retainer. That's how I did it. I did that with 2 companies that I used to work for. And they make up 2 to 3 companies that we work with. That's where the relationship building piece comes in. We're gonna hopefully just need this. I'm gonna try not to set up a bounce because we don't have, I'd have to go to the truck to get it. But all right, back to the time lapse. So far, no issues. We got the aperture 60 here. We're gonna put talent there. Camera in here. Camera here. We'll probably put a second camera here. Probably this angle. We'll see how wide we have to go. Go ahead, D. You put that on. we're just gonna shoot this on a 35. It's a very small 35, but it does the job. And then we'll just switch this camera and the second camera back and forth. The other room. This is the other room. We're gonna set up there. People are there, so I don't want to spend too much time there. But okay, let's see what we can figure out for this. I'm just gonna set this up here. Level you guys out. Okay, so I don't really know. Usually you set up your frame before you do this. So 35 is very close in this situation. And so we're gonna move the camera back as far as we can. Okay. I don't want to move that, so I'm going to move the table again back so we can move this camera back further. We just need enough room to get the camera back. Everything looks sort of garbagey right now. Okay. Alright, so that should give us enough room. Change you this way. And it pushes this back pretty far. Okay. Alright. Probably gonna go here. We are not level. Something is not level. That chair is not level. Alright. White balance change. One of the things I've noticed with the C70s is that 5600 Kelvin is not 5600 Kelvin. It's usually like 600 Kelvin off. But we have light spill on everything, so we're gonna change. We're gonna turn these overhead lights off. Oh, that's not. No, it's an RF lens. All right. That looks nice. We're shooting YDR. We'll flip this just to see what exposure looks like. Okay, so we definitely have to come up. All right, well, this is all part of the process. Dee, can you sit in that chair so we can figure out what we're doing here? Okay. You know what we're going to do. We're going to find it here. Okay, so we're definitely currently overexposed on this, but we can fix that in a minute. We don't know how tall the person is that's coming in to be interviewed, so we may be making more adjustments here. But there we go. We'll pull this down to 2.8. Switch autofocus to I. I don't usually shoot autofocus, but you know, here we are. Alright, so C70s have pulse color. And we're currently at 29% on this light. We're going to pull it down until we start to see what we want to see. It's probably going to be somewhere in there. And that looks pretty good. Okay, so 7%. We don't have a background light. I might put a grid on that. We'll see what that looks like. Okay, on to the next thing. So this is what we're going to do the recovery story with. Just like this, it's pretty simple. We're going to have a second camera here, a little tighter. The tripod is level, the chair is not. And I don't know if I can Yeah. So super simple, and we'll add some B-roll in as they tell the story. These are really supposed to be like 5-minute long videos. They're not long. So all right, so we have this one set up, and we're gonna get the other scene set up so we can kind of just go one right after another. That's broke, by the way.
I saw this one in the car.
Oh, then I must not have the other one in. See why we need a bigger van? Can't fit everything in it. Here, let me see it, because it's broke. I think for our purposes today, it'll be all right. I'm gonna take this off. I think. I don't know what this frame looks like, but when you're miking, when you're hiding a mic, you got to stick it to the person. Stick it to them, you know what I mean? So we use tape, and we use a sticky. Tape is medical tape. That way, even though these are supposedly non-allergenic, this is like the safer route to do. So because we're going to shoot 2 of these things with the current talent, we're going to shoot a recovery story and Company and Navigate. We just need to mic her once. And she has a full shirt on, so we're just going to have her drop it down. She's going to push everything on, put the tape on, push the thing on. We don't get in. We don't do anything with that. So I'll just ask you a series of questions. You can take your time because this doesn't have to be rushed. I'm filming with BTS. See, you see that? See this little mic? This is what I told you guys that you guys need to get these stupid little things.
All right, I'm good if you're good.
We've been recording this whole time.
Cool.
Oh, great.
Welcome to my goodness, can you hear that? Let's start that over again.
This is the space. It's very tight. We're not trying to pull that table out. We have a printer we're backed up against. This is our wide shot. I'll show you what that looks like here. This is our second camera angle, then our third. And I'll show you what those look like. We do have a reflection. We're not trying to take it out because we don't really have a ton of space, and we're trying to light 2 people with 1 light. So yeah, that's what we set up for. So the second person didn't show up, so we are headed back out. We're gonna have to reschedule some things. This seems broken. This does not seem good or safe. I hope you don't get stuck. Oh my god.
It's not working.
The elevator is broken, and we have all this equipment. Oh, it dings. All right, we're gonna give it a shot. This is nerve-wracking. Do you
You have it on tape.
Do you feel safe about this?
You know, we'll see.
One of my fears is getting stuck in an elevator.
Oh, so
I'm gonna have a panic attack inside of this elevator.
oh no.
The light went off. Okay, here we go. Here's hoping. Watch your feet there. Thank you. Okay, so second person didn't show up. We've had this happen before. We adjusted the schedule. We're gonna shoot 2 or an extra caffeinate navigate tomorrow. We're gonna be missing our recovery story, so nothing we can do about that. Are you helping, or are you trying to stay warm? Well, kit, it's very tight in there. So hopefully we'll be able to get this all the steps and done in one trip. Here we go. So this is a tight spot in a coffee shop, and they blocked the bottom down for us, or blocked the top off for us. So we're gonna switch a couple angles. This will be the first angle that we shoot. Just a 300x on talent, and then we have a 60X up there to light up those white pieces in the back because they fall if you don't have that. And then what we'll probably do is probably swing this way and move one of these tables and shoot this angle here, and then for the last angle we'll shoot back out this way over the. We'll see if we're able to outpower the sunlight coming in those windows. We may have to adjust more to something like this table here. Hopefully this audio is coming through because I dropped this thing and the little pin, the USB-C cable that plugs into the phone got bent. But here's our coffee shop. We're gonna probably shoot some B-roll here too. So we filmed this one. I think we're gonna flip over here. There's a lot of people in this loft, so tight space. But we're gonna move that table there, put them underneath
Oh, really?
that.
What do you talk about?
Mental health and like spiritual
that
stuff.
image or
Oh, very
picture.
cool. I'm really excited.
Hopefully we
I'm
don't
not
get too many
familiar with shadow
reflections on
work,
it.
so like I'm
So we're on to the third one. We're gonna shoot this way. I'm really trying to figure out what to do with these cameras. So we're gonna figure this out. We're just gonna put up the time lapse and then I can explain what we eventually decided to do. So we ended up flipping the cameras, and then on the guest camera we moved it a little bit closer so you could see just a hair of the host's shoulder. This is what that looked like. That wrapped our week. We got through almost everything except one recovery story, but when somebody cancels, there's really not anything you can do about that except reschedule it. Talk just a little bit more about the mic system. I really like it, but we had our first failure. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that to focus. Yeah, you can see this is what plugs into the receiver. Plugs into the receiver to the phone. It busted. I went on the DJI website and can't find another one. They have the lightning cable version, but I have a newer iPhone, so it doesn't take lightning cable anymore. Email them, we'll see what happens, see if we hear something from them. But outside of that piece breaking, which was definitely my fault because I had my phone in my back pocket, and I unfortunately got a parking ticket because one letter was switched in my license plate number, and the kiosk machine that we paid at was like frozen, and should have checked though. It's not their fault. But I was a little frustrated at that point and forgot I had the phone in my back pocket. Sat down and snapped right off in my phone. So hopefully that DJI gets back to me. I don't know if it's under warranty or not, but the quality of the mic is good enough for me and for what I'm doing here. So yeah, now it's Sunday. We're just gonna make some food on the grill for the week. It's been crazy. Next week we don't have any shoots. We're gonna be just editing next week, so I'll see what I can figure out to talk about and make a video. So thanks for watching, guys.